Okay. That is on the table, so we can join him then. Thank you. Hello, sir. Hello.
Good to see you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. This way.
Okay.
So how are you?
I'm very well. How is mommy?
Mommy is fine. Mommy is all right.
How is work?
Mommy, Meha. Aha. You have a big visitor in August visitor in another month of March.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you. Well done.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ma. Grandma. I'm very well. All is well. All is well. I have some questions to ask, and then I thought I should come to you.
Okay. Come to you.
There's something that has been bothering me, and I thought we should talk about it. Okay. And if I must talk about it, you have the background, you have the knowledge and the experience, so that's why we are here.
Okay.
Thank you, ma. How is everything? Okay. We're talking bond. The program is Bond. My name is Maimuna Yahaya, and we are in Lukungoma Estate, Louisiana Estate in Lukungoma today. And we are looking at a peculiar issue that affects the family unit. We're looking at divorce. How does it affect the kids? When we get to that point, when there is total breakdown, what should we do? Or what is expected of the couples? And even the relatives around them. But before we do that, let's quickly visit our Chan Square. And when we come back, I'll introduce you to our guest of today.
Moriba, follow. If I'm off for John, need you. I dash any woman. If I'm on your Nilia, money more do pamper more job in me. Or a lorry obìnrin mo fẹ́ wí. Mo ní láyé àtijọ́. Mo láwọn òbí wa. Wọ́n ní kò pọn dandan kọ́rọ̀ mọ obìnrin lọ sílé ìwé òjèrè. Ṣùgbọ́n láyé òde òní, obìnrin dájájọ́. Mo náà di dókítà òjèrè. Mo náà dẹni yìí ẹni pàtàkì láwùjọ òjèrè. Àwọn bíi Margaret Epo ń kọ́. Dora Akuyili náà bẹ́ẹ̀bẹ́ òjèrè. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala náà kúkú bẹ́ẹ̀bẹ́ òjèrè. Ìnípin mo lóhùn náà wà ń bẹ òjèrè. Queen Amina ti Zaria náà kúkú bẹ́ẹ̀bẹ́ òjèrè. Ìyàwó HID Awólọ́wọ̀ ńkọ́. Kudiratu Abiola, obìnrin takuntakun tó jà fẹ́tọ́ mẹ́nìyàn. Kọ́lọ́n bá mi délẹ̀ rẹ fún.
You bring me a day, and then you make me new bit a groovy. One time I came, found me to a bam. Never went to Granuma soon. Hope it to be, but you be any door. Me and my, I bought you so I go in and walk on a conade, a baby. It just 7 in the morning. Oh, day in a amateur. Oh, day in a amateur. Imama kuma kondo, oh yeah me fool, oh yeah me fool.
Welcome back. The program is Bond, and we're in the home of Barrister Usman and Mrs. Usman. And we're looking at one of the issues that affects marriages, yes, especially when there is a total breakdown of communication or total breakdown in a marriage or a family unit. We're looking at divorce. But first, let me ask you, how long have you been married?
Precisely, I think we're married now for 20 years. We got married on 21st of December 1993.
Okay.
And happily, we have been 20 years in this business of husband and wife. Yes. Interestingly, marriage is like a journey, and I've come this far for 20 years, living with somebody from another background, another family entirely, with another person from another background, another family entirely. But largely, we are the same tribe, same religion. So that aspect is already a soft area. And when we talk of divorce, marriage generally, if I look at it from the English perspective or customary marriage, you will agree with me that it's centered on the union of one man and one wife being called a wife, and the other man called a husband. So it's a union of both parties who now always believe in those rights and obligations as it arrives or within the bond of the family, who are called husband and wife. You also agree with me that marriage relationship, you need to have what we call patience, tolerance, and most of us, that love and that spiritual guidance through your religion, both Christian and Muslim. And that reminds me when you talk about the issue of divorce. Divorce means separation of that union you've had for over time. And you're not talking about, I can't stay any longer with you, and you can't stay with me any longer. And we said, I'm a lawyer, basically, and we said, that marriage has collapsed irretrievably. It cannot go back again any longer. So at that point, you now have the issue of divorce. Back home to the true religion of Christian, Muslim, there's nowhere in the Bible you will find God allowing a divorce. And there's no way you find in the Quran that divorce is allowed. So you now agree with me that, in fact, they say divorce is the hardest thing within the sight of God. Because if I are giving you that togetherness, then why divorce? And you discover that even the children we have here, there's no way you don't quarrel with your children. But you need that tolerance and that understanding to be the center point of the family.
Okay. You have been in this marriage for 20 years. How has marriage been for you?
The marriage has been so sweet. Thank God for everything, for the patience and everything. We thank God.
Okay, the journey so far, if you have to look back, will you marry the same man again?
Oh, we do.
I mean,
Oh, we do.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice for you to say that.
Yeah.
And the marriage must be sweet.
yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us what are the causes of divorce?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay.
You know, marriage had the cardinal principle. One, it must be that union, which means living together with each other as husband and wife. And once there's already that dissertation, either the husband leaving the wife or the wife leaving the husband, that's another kind of divorce, whether I like it or not. And you're marrying for other purposes, but the major objective is recreation, not procreation. And once there's absence of cohabitation in that marriage, that brings another problem.
Okay.
Sex plays a lot of things in the marriage life. You can't actually take that out of the marriage life. And attitude is another issue again. Some habits are being formed by the husband or by the wife. Largely in the modern days and modern life now, where our culture has been adulterated so much so that we will now forget that I'm a married man. The guy goes out drinking heavily and comes back home drunk. The guy stays with another female friend of hers and now even believes already my sweetheart or my better half. And you can even see him walking to your house one day and say, I want to see my boyfriend. It's happening now in these days.
In a marriage situation?
A situation, yeah, well, I'm a lawyer. I had issues like that when the guy tells me, I have saved some marriages and I have prosecuted some cases of divorce already. So, and today I'm telling you, I was called to Dubai in 1996. So I spent largely about 18 years ago of my life in practice, and I've been in active practice. So I rubbed mine with friends too. And some saved their marriages for them too, by counseling and otherwise too. So you discover that some behavior may lead to divorce. When the man, who is a man himself, and who believes I'm a man myself, and I will not dim down my pride. Because there are two things here. A man always sees himself as the head of the family, which is true, but that his pride he have in him must sometimes be lowered. Or that ego you have in you. And for a woman, for every woman of every age, she's a beautiful woman. So she now believes I'm very pretty and I'm beautiful anytime, any day, I can have my way. And that case, once that aspect comes to her head and she's already on top of the whole world, you cannot agree with yourself. So, and the man with his ego who say, I'm the owner of this house. And so it's all like, ordinarily speaking, it's like iron to iron. And what do you expect? The marriage collapse. Irretrievably. And what do you what next? I go to court, I go to a family and tell you, I'm not married this girl any longer. And God forbid, the marriage already gets collapsed. Irretrievably. And whether in law, otherwise, you discover that you must have some time spent without seeing each other. You're talking of legal aspect, at least 2 years of separation without cohabitation qualifies you for a divorce. Okay. And you agree with me that if those points, lack of maintenance is part of those things that lead to a divorce, not giving your wife the necessary feeding, not even feeding your children, and these are things that are painfully taken as a life in time. Nobody stays without feeding, of course, or the necessity of life. Those must be there. So once those things are not just there any longer, then the marriage will collapse. I had an issue when the young man who had their first baby, where the woman was on labor, and the husband was called to come to pick the guy to the hospital. And we were told that she was in a nightclub. And the next call that came in, she's already off her phone. I had to return home in the morning, and the wife, the thing was the first labor, it was the first time. Okay, yeah. She returned back home to see the husband drunk, sleeping on the sofa in the parlor. So this is a scenario you find yourself that this marriage you don't wish to live in it. Yeah. So you can't blame some parties who now choose divorce. Divorce is very painful and it's one of those things that we hate in life.
Well, sorry, the program is Bond. My name is Maimuna Yahaya, and we are talking about divorce in marriages. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Okay. Have you met any woman that had divorced before? Have you had to talk with a woman that has gone through the issue of divorce?
Yes, I have some
Tell us, what do they think, or how does it affect them, if it does affect them in any way?
It affects them directly and indirectly. Because directly, you're out of marriage, and in an African concept like this, what they look at you when you're outside your marriage is a different thing. When you even say hello to another man, it seems you are going out with the man already. You understand? Even your own closest friend will not come to trust you because you are not married and you can go after her own husband anytime. Indirectly, on their children, you understand. When the children are little and you leave them, in fact, it's most unfortunate. Because another one that is coming in, you can't tell. Some women are so bad that their stepchildren are no longer children in the home, even though they made them the ground. They mishandle them. In fact, if they can turn the man's brain against their own children, they will do. They don't say anything good in those children again. Think of their education, their upbringing, everything. So divorce is never a good thing.
Okay, let's ask, are there laws that protect women in the cause of divorce?
The family law is very clear. I know marriages are in twofold. Okay. The first marriage is the marriage that we know we happen to meet on ground. That's the customary law marriage. It's a marriage within the purview of your tribal culture, your background, Islamic or religious marriage are all within the fold of customary marriages. Note that Christian marriages, not because it's a Christian marriage that qualifies you to be because a marriage under the act, it must have to pass through all of these steps that define and marriage under the act. So the law that guides marriages is called Matrimonial Causes Act, okay, which is the marriage act, under the marriage act. So largely, it's an English model of marriage. And these are marriages that recognize only husband and wife as one person, as one party. So this law has already had a lot of sections or clauses that have defined what steps and what stage you can do anything within this marriage. And that's why I was trying to tell you about, like for example, section 15 of the Marriage Act, or the Matrimonial Causes Act, gives you steps you take to come for a divorce. Okay. For example, it tells you the couple have stayed apart for 2 years. The marriage will collapse irretrievably. The family cannot let stay together any longer. They cannot cohabit any longer with themselves. And in fact, there's a scenario whereby we are in my house, I mean, we're together in the same house, but we never greet ourselves. Talk more even cohabitating. The children become the gap between me and you. So in that case, you will now agree with me that the marriage has collapsed irretrievably.
Okay, in marriage, you can be in marriage
Yes.
and be separated from what you have said.
Yes.
That you
Yes.
can be in marriage.
Yeah, there are two
you
things.
don't greet,
There's
you
a
don't know.
divorce, there's a separation.
Okay.
The 2 years, once the 2 years has not even come to be, I can go to God and say, I find this man intolerable. And can you allow me to be separated? Even in our cultural background, they can say, okay, come and stay with my mother for a meanwhile, and let's see how the guy will look like. Maybe he will change his character and conduct as a husband. And in that case, you are already separated. Maybe that will even give you a leeway to understand yourself better or herself better. So that separation sometimes they are allowed within the purview of any marriage. But divorce, which is the center of this discussion, actually are things that we don't hope for. But nowadays, just like in modern economy, which has become cash economy, in that case, money plays a lot of roles in many of our phases of life. Just like we don't have the landlord system when it came on board. In African system, land are given to you free of charge. And they won't say that it's an obligation to sell land to any particular person in a particular tribe. But then it was owned by communal ownership of land. Later it went to the issue of person who said, let's give me land honor and family. And it was being headed by the family head. Then later, because of money economy, we now have individual land ownership. So also marriage is becoming that kind of money economy now, trying to face some issues. Once the man is not buoyant to take care of the wife, the man will tell you, I'm suffering in your house here. And some men are out there who see the pretty lady looking fine and say, okay, what do we do? Say, let me leave this man for another person. Yes. So some of these deceit are there. So you need to have that patience, tolerance, understanding to say you are carrying along your family. Because it's a journey you are going to. A journey you don't know when you to stop. You don't know when it will start.
Well, sorry, the program is Bond. My
Thank
name
you.
is Maimuna Yahaya, and we are talking about divorce in marriages. My guest is a learned man. And then he can tell you. He said he was called to bar since when?
1996.
1996. So if he's talking like that, he's in his natural environment. So stay with us. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation. When Barrister spoke, he said something about money playing a very vital role in marriage today, or being the major thing in marriage today. Do you agree with that?
Today, yes, but those days when we started our life, it wasn't like that. He was a student when I got married to him. So money was just nothing to us then, you understand. But these days, maybe because of the economical situation of the country or in the world so hard, you can't tell. The world has turned to something else, and money has become a major issue in marriage. Like some ladies, like they will tell you, I can't get married to a student. What if he finish and tomorrow you don't remember me? Even those days when I was getting married to him, some friends, you are going to get married to a student. Are you sure this guy will not leave you when you make it in life? I said so. Some of us, our hearts are for God, and I know God will see me through. I'm marrying him because I love him, and it's not the money issue. For me too, I was a HND holder then, so I don't see money as any big thing. He gives or not, I know that I will be a bit comfortable with my own earning. But these days, money is a major issue in marriage these days for young girls, because everybody wants to use this car, they want to use that, they want to go on this gold, Those days, you are just what you are, natural, but these days, everybody wants to look big. So, money is one
Can I
of
correct my
those-
impression?
Yes, please.
We are not saying that without money you cannot get married to a wife or a wife will get married to a young man. But if you have a prospect that has at least he's a red man, he has gone to school, and I'm sure he get a job, he get his life set up. Secondly, the young lady too can get married without money either. But what I'm saying, why the marriage subsists, there is that need of minimum standard of what it takes to maintain the family.
Okay.
So because maintenance is a very important factor in any marriage. But I'm not saying you get the whole world before you get married. But at least you'll be able to be comfortable, a little bit of setting your life and making sure you go on. I agree I married a student, but at least I had a focus.
Why did you marry as a student?
Yeah,
And you agreed to marry him too?
yes. I married a student for two reasons. So first reason being that I want to plan my life and grow with my children as I grow along.
Okay.
But most people marry at the age of 35. I married at 29. And my daughter was, as I speak with her, she's now 18 years old girl in the university. Okay. And I'm just starting to be 50. So what am I talking about? So it's like seeing yourself growing into family. I never see this idea of maybe somebody on the other side at 60, the first baby. Some parts of Nigeria married at late age after having their big house, upstairs, good car, good business, before they get married. I don't believe in that concept, that ideology. No. That was the reason.
Why? You were not afraid when you were marrying him?
At all.
He was married a serious lawyer. It would be lawyer.
How long did you do courtship? Or did you date for a while? How long did it last?
More than 3 years. We started in 1990, and we got married in 1993.
About 4 years.
About 4 years.
About 4 years.
Okay, you talked about your first daughter. How many kids do you have?
We have 5 girls.
Beautiful! 5 girls.
Never girls in this house.
Hey.
Yes.
And you're not worried that you have just girls. Some people think that it's girls.
Oh, all right.
You're not worried.
At all. What of your dad?
Plenty of them.
Plenty of them. He was happy having them.
You're not worried. For an African man.
All right.
Shake my hand. Well done. Thank you. So, how do you cope with the girls in the house?
Oh, life goes on. They're easygoing girls, children, good friends. They're not troublesome at all. First one, 18. Second one, trying to be 16. We are 14 in April. The other one will be 12. Largely, she's 12 now in February. And the smallest amongst them is 9.
When they go out of the house, you're not worried?
How do you get worried? The training with it, but is a how we. I used one word one time. Somebody says the wrong word to use on a child or on a family. Rearing. You know, we grew up to say our parents taking care of us, but nowadays you must go extra mile to bring any child up. Yeah. That's the reason why divorce is a problem. But once you are divorced, the girl sometimes is staying with the young man. As my brother said, if the children are staying with the father, they have problem with the would-be mother or the other stepmother. But if they are staying with the girl or the woman who is a divorcee, you discover that she becomes a single parent. So you now ask me a question: how does it take care of the children? And she may have another admirer who wants to come to the house. So the children now see another uncle in the house with their mother. How does it run the house? How does it run the home? Taking them to school in the morning, taking care of the children. It's going to be easy for one parent. And it's why that when the child is going wrong, I want to warn that child that if you don't stop what you are doing, I'll tell your dad when your dad comes back. That tells a higher story of say there's higher authority that can punish her or him. But once there's a single parent, it's dangerous. And that's why most of the time you don't really cope well. But most ladies these days want freedom, want independence. So in that extent of wanting their independence, they're not prepared to become a single parent. But the danger looming ahead is the child, the offspring of that marriage. The danger looming ahead.
Why is it a danger?
What's the danger? Of course, because we're talking about a child not having the parental care of both father and mother. Okay. So you only know one side of the coin.
Yeah, wouldn't you say she knows a bit from the time they live together until the time they divorce?
At what age you say a child can... Okay.
Maybe they were small then. Okay. Maybe they were small, so they won't learn from the other side. It's the only one side they grew up with that they will learn, which is dangerous.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Because mostly you discover that once you say the guys the family are already staying apart.
Okay.
And there's a regret too in marriage, in divorce too.
I am in love with you. No use me catch it cruise. Wanna know if you go do. I got one question for you. Are you gonna let me be the one? Are you gonna let me be the one? Are you gonna let me be the one? Baby, oh, now would you be my lover? Yes, no, yes,
no. The place of children in the family is very important. It is interesting. It is exciting. It's a thing of joy. The Bible makes us to understand that children are a blessing unto the family. And you know, whatever comes from God is special. So it's a special blessing. Children should be treated as gifts. Parents should see themselves as custodians of these children. It is not their possession. They can only use the will of God upon the children. And so they need to listen to God to be able to know how to handle these children. They need to let these children grow under the fear of God. Instead, what people do these days is to allow the children grow under the influence of society, all kinds of influence. They will not dress the children properly. They will not cover them up. They will not speak spiritual things into them. They will not prophesy good things into their ears. Instead, they will be complaining about the society. They will be fighting in the presence of children. Children as young as age 1, 2 hear and they take in what they see. Our parents expose children to all sorts of movies they call magic movie, where there's fighting, quarreling. They don't show them the right things. Young ones are looking for models. Unfortunately, we don't have them. We don't have them around. We have good people, but they are not willing to present themselves as good models for the children. So a youth or a young child will have model at different stages of his life. Is it in the career aspect? Is it in the social? Is it in the spiritual? What is it that your child is looking for? Somebody to act as a mentor for him. You have to discover, you have to be with these children.